Welcome back to the V4 Future Sports Festival. We're live here in Budapest in Hungary, and we're nearly at the halfway point here in day one of our FIFA 22 2v2 tournament. My name is Brandon Smith, and alongside me through the action as always with his brilliant facts about Central Europe is Richard Buckley, which hopefully will come to an end at some point.
Never.
Never?
Never.
What have you made of the day so far? We've had 2 games at the moment. We've seen everyone in this group play. The next game I'm excited for, Slovakia against Czech Republic coming up next.
Yeah, I think the general consensus so far of what we've seen, people adapting to 2v2. I think it is going to be a little bit of an adaptation process because for the last 4.5 years, everybody has only played 1v1. These 2v2 tournaments sort of been a niche. It's been like, ooh, we're playing 2v2. This should be fun. Whereas now 2v2 is something you've just got to get used to. So I'll be very intrigued to sort of see how and which teams adapt quickest and how they adapt quickest. These 2 teams are 2 winning teams so far.
Let's be honest, Richard. They've impressed us today, these 2 teams. Yeah, they've played well. Maybe they've taken a little while to gel together. But overall, they have been the 2 winning teams. They're the 2 teams that are on 3 points at the moment. At the end of this one of them will go top of the pile and have 6 points next to their name, and you'd like to think they're going to be on their way to going through. Or it could be
a draw.
It could be a draw. It could be, which would make the group very interesting.
Yeah, it really would, because then the next game you've got the 2 losers, Slovakia and Czech Republic, taking part in game number 4. Sort of get a little bit of time to rest, did Slovakia after their first match. Czech Republic back-to-back games, going sort of off the back of a win. Is that going to play a factor? Potentially could. Maybe a bit of rustiness in those opening 10-15 minutes from Slovakia, but I expect that to be eradicated very early doors. And if I was to put a prediction on this game, I actually think a draw is good value. Both teams winning their opening matchup. If you don't lose this game, you're pretty much going into that final match where, if you are lucky and say the Czech Republic lose their next match, you're then playing the Czech Republic, if you're Slovakia, in the next game. They've got 4, you've got 4 points, they've got 0 potentially. So that could be not necessarily a free win, but it could be a very sort of fortunate way the group has gone. Whereas if on the other side of that, if Slovenia win and then Slovenia are going into the final match to play the Czech Republic, that's a bit of a game, because now that's a win or go home sort of matchup. 4 points versus 3 points. This next couple of games, game 3 and 4, are going to be pivotal in the group standings coming into those final couple of matches.
Absolutely. Well, we know we've heard enough about these teams. We've hyped them up enough. Let's look at Czech Republic, and of course, let's hype them up before this very big matchup. The team there of Emriksson and Mario Oso 99. They've just got off the back of a win as well. They must be over the moon and ready to go. However, their teammates they're up against, I would say teammates, I mean enemies for this next game, is going to be the Slovakian team. And let's see them right now. walkouts you've just seen there of both the teams. Very different in their approach, but they've got a bit of swagger about them, Richard. Maybe because they have already built 3 points in this group, and they're very, very close potentially to booking their way to guaranteed more prize pot and also a place in that final on Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. Christie, very, very serious in his approach to the main stage. Big game. It's quite a tall order for one of these two sides to get the victory here. You go on to 6 points. I'll tell you something else that is tall, and that is the highest wooden altar in the world. It actually features in Slovakia.
We ended up down here.
And it doesn't actually have a single nail in the entire altar. 19 metres tall in Slovakia. Going over to the Czech Republic, I talked about castles earlier. It's actually got the most castles in Europe. Over 2,000 castles. The question is, will they be the king of this upcoming match?
Oh, wow. The worst part is I've actually lent you my notepad for this tournament these next 3 days. You've written them down in there. They're going to be there forever now, aren't they, when I scroll through that one day. One thing that's quite interesting about this game, though, in terms of the players involved in the matchups here, is that you've got Christie 7, who actually played in the Czech league, which both Mario and Emriksson both played in last year as well, or the year before that, I should say. And funny enough, it was actually the Slovakian player in Christie 7 that went and won that league in the E-Fortuna Liga. So maybe there is a little bit of a revenge down the line. Yes, they'll know each other well. Maybe they'll be mates, but at the end of the day, this is all business now. There's money on the line. €25,000 prize pool here at the V4 Future Sports Festival. And if you look across the board, everyone's got pro player experience in that team. Everyone is a pro player.
Yeah, there should be no sort of excuses for not being prepared, not being switched on from the get-go. They've all had a warm-up. They've all played one match already. They're coming into the second game now. This is where we should start to see the peak. They can't complain, oh, I'm tired. You've played one game, you're fresh, you're warmed up. You complain about fatigue maybe in the final match of the day, but that match might not even matter if you win this upcoming game. If you win this game, you will be going through the group 99% sure on 6 points. As Christie looks up to the heavens. Don't think he's going to need divine intervention this time around, though, if they put up a performance like they did in the opening match against Slovenia.
Yeah, let's have a look at that team and keep our sort of selves up to date with that Slovakia team. In terms of quality on the pitch, Rich, I'd probably go out and say that they have the best team in terms of quality. Janola's in there, R9's in there. It's just stacked really to the brim of quality here, there and everywhere, to be completely honest. But they all play for their own individual esports teams, these 4 players. They all have vital experience in the FIFA esports scene in general across the last couple of seasons. They've played against each other in matches. They've been involved in past tournaments. But now it's different. It's a 2v2 matchup. National pride on the line. And a chance to maybe, just maybe, send yourself through to Wednesday's finals with a win here. Czech Republic from left to right.
Early pause cued. I think one of the players not happy with something that they're seeing on the screen, so we'll get that game back underway as soon as possible. But you're mentioning there all of them playing for sort of esports teams, and you were talking about the history of the leagues as well. Do you think maybe... Oh, we're back underway. Do you think there's maybe a little bit of... not bad blood, so to say, but the fact that Christie from Slovakia coming in and winning their league, the 2 Czech Republic players?
Yeah, absolutely. Good sportsmanship there as well from both those 2 teams. Just giving the ball back to the Czech Republic. They kicked that out of play. They've got quite a unique team, the Czech Republic. Vinicius Jr. pops up in that team. There isn't Messi to be seen. There isn't even R9 in the conversation there, or Ginola.
Pele.
It's Pele. And to be fair, it was the Pele show in that last game we saw. Will he be on the score sheet again in this one? And the 2 Brazilians link up well. Vinicius just off the pitch there, slightly too keen there on the cutback he was looking for originally.
Yeah, let's remind ourselves of the Slovakia team as well. Marquinhos, Hakimi, Cordoba at the back, with Theo Hernandez at left back. Going into midfield, we see Alphonso Davies. He started as a left winger, but he actually plays as what looks like a CDM centre mid alongside Leon Goretzka. And then going forward, Mbappe, Messi, Ginola and R9 leading the line. It's the rule breakers version of Alphonso Davies. Less pace but better all-round stats, other than the sprint speed and acceleration. So he does sort of suit as a centre mid. alongside the more physical, dominant defender in Leon Goretzka. So it's a very well thought out team. You play him as a left wing back at left wing, he gets 7 chemistry. You can play him as a centre mid in game.
And the flip side of that, in terms of that Leon Goretzka conversation, he actually scored 2 goals for Slovakia in their opening match-up here at the V4 Future Sports Festival. They're both from a corner, and they're both with a header. Nice to say the German midfielder can get himself up in the air ahead of some incredible defensive units at the back as well, whether that be Kimpembe in past games or this time Cordoba, Marquinhos. The list goes on. Here's David Ginola, timed it green. It's a good block at the back. Klosterman that time.
Sort of isolated him in a one-on-one actually there. I didn't know if we might have seen a skill move, ball roll scoop turn, maybe an elastico, a reverse elastico from Ginola, but just went for the direct shot, timed it green, unfortunately for David Ginola, rebounded off Klosterman's thigh.
Nicely done again. Slovakia on the attack, round the corner, goalkeeper fumbles it, it's in the air, Mbappe can't quite get there. That's what they were looking for, that ball round the corner into Ginola. Which wasn't quite clean enough. You have to remember both these teams have already won their games here, their opening games here in Group A. You'd like to say 6 points should be enough and will be enough to send yourself into Wednesday's finals, which puts even more pressure on that next game between Poland and Slovenia to go and get a result, because both those two teams are on 0 points at the moment. And whoever loses that game, Richard, or if it is a draw, again, it's going to put some more sort of spanners into the works here in this group.
There's only 2 sides in this entire group who play back-to-back games, and that's the Czech Republic and Poland, and this is their second back-to-back game now with Czech Republic, so maybe potentially we could see a better performance from them as they're playing back-to-back and don't have the sort of stop-start nature. Poland do that in their 4th and 5th game, where they take on both Slovenia and Slovakia in their final matches of the day.
You'd have to say probably that it does suit Czech Republic quite well as well. They're off the back of a win. Can they bring this winning momentum into this game? Looking across the results we've had today in terms of all our games in general, a 4-2, a 3-2. No one's kept a clean sheet yet, and I honestly doubt anyone will keep a clean sheet across 2 legs, especially on FIFA 22. And if they do, it's either incredible defending, incredible goalkeeping, or maybe they've just got a little bit fortunate.
If you're wondering where the other nations are as well, Hungary, Romania, Serbia and Croatia will all be in action tomorrow for Group B, and then the top 2 sides from each group will be making their way to Wednesday's finals.
Patient build-up from Alphonso Davies here. Finds R9, this is Slovakia. Maybe a little bit too much from R9 there. He got himself a bit lost in the box. Elastico moving and grooving around. Watch the corner there, dangerous corner. Leon Goretzka again! Needed it again. Still not over. Ronaldo does well to disguise that fake shot. Back to Mbappe, who's onside. Little roulette around the corner, and Czech Republic again, when they're under pressure, they seem to always find a way out of those moments. So dangerous in the air is Leon Goretzka. That corner played to perfection yet again. Whipped into the box. It's Cordoba, the player that's whipping it in on the short corners. I thought it was blocked, to be honest. And Leon Goretzka pops up out of nowhere again, off the frame of the goal.
It wasn't even like getting a clean header on it. It was sort of like at the back of his head, where he was flicking it off the crossbar.
Klosterman, look how high forward he is. And again, he could get pickpocketed. Well recovered. Nearly half-time here. 0-0 in this one. Our 3rd game of 6 here in day 1. Half-time we are at right now at the break. And it's hard to say, really. I mean, in terms of...
1 chance, that's it.
What's happened? We had one chance and it came off the framework from Leon Goretzka.
Yeah, you just saw a slight glimpse of the stats there. Nothing really to write home about. Leon Goretzka having that one chance, which cannoned off the crossbar in the end of the first half there. But discussions ongoing between the four players, in particular the Czech Republic at the moment. Question for you, Brandon. How many of the 8 countries have you been to? Obviously, we're in Hungary now, in Budapest. We've been to Romania. We know Romania very well. Bucharest, where a lot of the majors have been held. Other than that,
I've been to Croatia.
You a big
Lovely
fan?
place. Yeah, the holiday
Poland?
there. Not yet. I'd love to go to them all, though. And maybe that can be our route home.
What, through Central Europe?
Just through them all.
Back to Manchester?
Don't know when we'll get back, but so you'd be up for that one.
Probably get back before 2022.
We're back on the way for the second half here, and it's going to be Neymar on his own looking for a little solo effort. 50 minutes played here in our third game of the day.
Chance here, Mbappe, he plays into R9 Ronaldo, reverse elastico on the edge of the box, lovely little
He nearly did it, he nearly went for it.
lassie flick.
He called that on the volley. Potentially could have been causing some problems. Always feels like, as we often say, Pele could be through. Czech Republic, what a chance! Goalkeeper went to the side, he tried to get away. And it will be the Czech Republic that fall back on Pele again, who's been their hero throughout the tournament. There's one goal to the good for the duo.
Goalkeeper movement, just went to the wrong direction. He thought he was going to shoot near post, took that extra half a second and just fired it into the open left-hand side of the goal.
And again, what seems like against the run of play at times, Czech Republic, they just seem to come back fighting, don't they? Whether it's Pele or Mbappe, again, and they just seem to catch these teams on the break. Here's R9, the other Brazilian forward, Klosterman, great recovery run.
I think the thing is, with the Czech Republic, they are almost stubborn in their approach. They know how they want to play. They know that they will create chances. They've got one of the best players in the offensive area in the entire game, in that 95 Pele, who they're just going to keep on making runs in behind. And the ball, when it falls to him, he's so reliable. Whether it's inside the box on these little driven passes, whether it's in the one-on-one scenarios. But they are just sort of carving out chances, sort of out of nothing, really.
Must be more impressive as well, Rich, when they get into these areas now when they have to defend against the pressure of Ginola R9. Normally, they've always got an answer, but not that occasion. A brilliant, brilliant chance. Slovakia will find a way back in, and for a player that was kept quiet throughout the 2 legs in that last match, David Ginola for Poland can find the back of the net for Slovakia and can really come up trumps for him.
Great work inside the box as well to create the chance. David Ginola didn't really have much to do, did he? All he had to do was compose himself and fire into the back of the net. One apiece. Took 60 minutes. But it certainly seems like these two nations are starting to get warm right now. If you had to pick
like the goals are just flying in after one another.
In the current sort of requirements, where you go in Ginola and R9, or maybe you go in Mbappe and Ronaldo, similar to the team that we saw Slovenia use in the opening match with no icons. Are you going with Pele? What are you thinking?
I think you have to go R9, don't you? If you can get a Ginola on top of that, it's a combo and a half. However, I do like the way that teams have. It's quite a big risk there. Back in Not back in Ginola, not back in Arnon and going for a Pele and going that way with Mbappe. Don't get me wrong, all these players can do a job. They're unbelievable in the game. Their in-game stats will back that up for you. But to not get R9, of course, depending if you can afford him or not, is another question, is a big risk within itself.
High risk, high reward.
What about yourself?
I don't know. I think do the 4, Neymar, Mbappe, Ronaldo and Messi, make up for the 2 of Ginola and R9. That's the sort of thing that you need to consider.
Because there's going to have to be a sacrifice somewhere else maybe on the pitch.
Certainly, yeah. I really like the way that this Czech Republic team is as well. Maybe I wouldn't use Pele. Maybe R9 in this team, but no Ginola. Then you can use Mbappe and Neymar. I think that's certainly something as well that you could look at. But obviously we're going to see 4 more teams tomorrow as well. Intrigued to see what Avi, Pui and Ovi bring to the table for all Romania. I can see that being a very stacked squad.
I mean, whose team is it that comes to the table as well? That's going to be an interesting one. You've got a content creator in Ovi that has past experience of being involved in the FIWC, FIFA World Cups, or RVP is
arguably one of the best players from Central Europe when you look at his standings last year, what he accomplished as well.
With Levy de Weed.
Yeah. All those things. He's
factory of talent he's coming out from.
I wouldn't even say got such a bright future ahead of him. Current right now. Like, he could very well go into that first qualifier and perform outstanding. And it wouldn't be a surprise.
And he's had some serious to big results as well in the last 12 months or so. Mbappe stinks down to the goalkeeper. Should get up there on the rebound. He will. Get a free kick in the process too. 1-1 the scoreline here in halfway point game of the day between Slovakia and Czech Republic. It was Pele that opened up the account for the Czech Republic, and not long after Slovakia were able to reply. It was David Ginola. Found himself in the right pocket of space to get a clean shot of goal. And as you said, I mean, we're still 90 minutes away from it, Richard, but you did call maybe a potential draw for this one.
I just think it... Not that either of the teams will be playing for a draw, because it doesn't make sense to play for a draw, really, when you can win this game and pretty much guarantee yourself through. But when you look at how good both teams have played previously in the tournament, in the first and second match, they're both coming off the back of wins. The results sort of show a draw is on the cards, but the first game between Slovakia and Slovenia ended in a draw, and then Slovakia came out and dominated the second leg.
Yeah.
The Czech Republic won the first leg and then drew the second leg to win 3-2 against Poland. So if you were to sort of say with your chest that one of these two teams is going to win, you would probably back towards Slovakia because they had the better second leg in their opening match, but very early doors still here in Budapest.
And also, if you look at the results as well, across every single first leg game we've seen here at the V4 Future Sports Festival, we've had 1-1 and we've had 2-1. There's not big score lines. I mean, the biggest scoreline we saw was in a second leg performance from Slovakia that won, over 2-goal cushion. In all honesty, Richard, that has been the biggest gap in result that we've had so
goals,
far. Yeah, I mean, that's how tight the games have been contested, whether that's players just getting used to 2v2, sort of really finding their way into this tournament. But we're going to go to a quick break now. When we return, we will have that second leg matchup here between Slovakia and Czech Republic. All square at the break. Still so much more to play for. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few.
Welcome back to the V4 Future Sports Festival. You join us in game number 3 here. First leg has elapsed. However, if you are just joining us right now, don't worry, didn't miss too much. It was only a 1-1 draw in leg number 1. You're joined by myself, Richard Buckley, and live in person in Budapest, Brandon Smith. With me right now for the first time in 2 years. We are back at a LAN event, Brandon, nearly halfway through the day. How you been finding it sitting next to me?
I don't know if I'm dreaming. Oh, if this is reality right
now. Or a nightmare.
A nightmare when you're coming out of your historical quotes. No, great to be back at a LAN event. I think that's been the vibe we've picked up from all the players here, that they've enjoyed being back at LAN. We've been sort of seeing conversations happen in between games of tactics, team building, how each team's being built, and more importantly, how they're just finding 2v2. It's a big change for a lot of players. It's one of those, isn't it? You've got to adapt to it or you fall off in the kindest way possible. Of how the ecosystem is changing this year. We're back on the way for this one, though. 1-1 was the scoreline at the end of leg 1. Is leg 2 going to be electric? Maybe it will be. It's 100 chemistry, green links everywhere between Czech Republic right now. That goal is probably the best one we've seen all day.
Outstanding work between the two of them. The blink-up play, immaculate.
And on the opposite end, that's someone that's not very happy about that, to be honest. That is.
How do you defend that, though? How do you defend that? There's no defending that at all. Revit simply bewildered by the attacking brilliance of Czech Republic.
I'm not even just saying this as well. If we look through all the other games we've seen today, we don't see goals that early.
Nope.
Tell you what, we might see another one. Bad to go Mbappe is Slovakia now. Chasing the game, they're 2-1 down. They'll know they need to regroup and more importantly reply as soon as they can. This is a massive game. You win this, you'll be on 6 points and you pretty much guarantee yourself through to Wednesday's final. As we said, it'll be the top 4 teams that will make it through to the playoffs on Wednesday. Battling out that €11,000 top spot prize. Just offside is Vinicius Junior. You have to say it's not looked out of place at all.
No, it's certainly not. I imagine it's probably the second in form Vinicius Junior, the 85. That's been released in last couple of weeks, to be honest. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it myself. I can see a shake of the head from Brandon as well, but he is a really, really good player, playing some unbelievable football in real life as well at the moment for Real Madrid, and I fully expect him to receive more special items in Ultimate Team throughout the course of the year.
This is where they've been deadly, Czech Republic. It's in those sort of areas where they're able to cut in off the left or the right-hand side, whether that be Neymar or Vinicius Junior. You look at the quality they've got, they're able just to interchange. And now you've got Pele and Mbappe.
Chance?
Could be another chance here. Whipped in, Mbappe! It was Time Green off the post.
Time Green. Really, really unfortunate. Did everything he could have done to maximise the potential outcome on that one. Rattling the post.
It's one of those, isn't it? You can't really do much more than you did there. You timed it green, you're in the right area. Maybe the angle was just a little bit too tight. This is nice from Czech Republic. Again, that from that sort of range was really ambitious from Neymar.
Timed it green though again. Everything's timed green at the moment.
I did say that every single time they have a chance. 99% of the time, when they're having a chance and when they're going for it, Richard, it's always timed green. They're not wanting to waste any chances, which rightly so. You shouldn't.
They'll feel a little bit hard done by, to be honest, not to be 3-1 up potentially with that one from Mbappe and then Neymar there across the goalkeeper. Leon Goretzka dinking it out wide to Mbappe.
This is nice again. Neymar goes for that fake shot back inside. Can't get the angle he's looking for there. Is nearly easy pickings for Mbappe.
Slovakia just need to just play 5-6 passes at the moment. Just get your feet under you, get yourself settled, because there's the potential for this game to get away from you before you've even settled into it. The pressing has been really, really good so far from the Czech Republic.
It's decision making as well, Rich. The player switching the decision making when to come out and press like that with Marquinhos. And at the moment, everything seems to be in sync between those two players. It seems like there's some communication as well going on between them in the right bottom corner. Could be one of the key reasons to why they've had so much success so far. You're absolutely right. There was a moment in that game earlier where Slovakia did play against Slovenia. They were in the lead, Slovakia, but I remember Christy just turning around to his teammate in Revi and just saying, just calm down. Because at times they were getting a little bit hot and flustered. They were panicking, they were rushing passes as easy as you can do. Next thing you know, your teammate, your opponent you're playing against, going to come absolutely at you. You know that they're constant pressing you. You know they're in your face. Here is that chance for Slovakia now. R9 works some magic around the box. Half a drag back. Could be a gift. It will be. An absolute gift of a goal from R9. And to be honest, there isn't really much more the Czech Republic could do there. It just fell kindly back to R9.
Yeah, you saw from the reaction, Christie wasn't the most pleased with scoring it. The drag back sort of went through the defender. He's not going to complain though. Back level, 2 apiece. And it's funny you were saying Christie was telling him to calm down. Christie's quotation marks the influencer, content creator of this team, and he's the one saying, "Look, Revi, just calm it down. Let's walk before we can run."
He's R9. Could be through. Very well played there by the defender of PSG. It does make this matchup special, though. You are looking at pretty much 4 individual pro players that all got LAN experience, all play for esports organisations, each to their own, whether they're dotted around Czech Republic or Slovakia. To build up again. Last chance before the first half will conclude in this second leg. Kunku plays well into Mbappe, who will spin and dance on the ball with roulettes into the box. Massive tackle at the back there from Hernandez. That could have easily gone the wrong way.
Yeah, and that will take us into half-time. Really nice sort of the advanced roulette for a second and then the regular roulette into the box. Doesn't come to anything in the end, as Christie, certainly the more vocal in that Slovakia team, telling the Revi maybe not what he wants to hear, but what he needs to hear. Do you think Christie taking the mantle of team captain?
I think there's always going to be one of those leaders, isn't there? I mean, I've played FIFA with you before, and there's no getting a word in edgeways, really, is there? We're playing your way or no way.
Because my way's the best way. That's why, Brandon. The one thing that really surprised me, when I've played 2v2, when we've played 2v2 together, when I've played it on rivals, even in the elite division, when my teammates got the ball, typically I'll only control maybe one player, and I'll try and make space with that one player. Just watch like when the 4 players are playing right here, Slovakia and Czech Republic. They're not just controlling one player off the ball. They're switching to multiple different players to create different angles.
Let's look at Czech Republic
as
now.
well.
Look at the amount of players that are just constantly being switched, pulled out of position, sometimes to the right, sometimes to the wrong. Again, worked out well that time for Czech Republic, but they will sit on the defensive side for Slovakia.
But also offensively, you see the white icon that's not on the ball. Look how much he's switching to different players. He's currently on Nkunku in the middle of the pitch. Now he's switched across. Constantly creating different angles offensively, and then defensively you have to switch players to make sure that you've got someone in the right place at the right time. The last thing you want to do is pull a defender all the way out, or pull a midfielder out of position and sort of give the space to your opponent.
Also, just to completely mess around with the natural AI of both your own team and your opposing team, of how their players are moving, having them to track you sort of off the ball as well. Back to goal now. Here's a chance of Pele again. Time green. That's all they do. Czech Republic just produce time green finishes. No one was blocked on that occasion. Still, they don't waste chances, Czech Republic. 1-1 this game. Aggregate scoreline of 2-2 with 30 minutes left to play. It's Mbappe again. It's time green. And Edwin van der Sar, strong left paw just to get that one away. Whipped into the box. It's an option there off the post. I think he saved it onto the post. It was Klosterman. They have the header.
Edwin van der Sar, outstanding save from the goalkeeper, tipping it onto the post and keeping us at a level scoreline.
Here they come again. Mbappe can't find Ronaldo. Such a sort of patience to their build-up as well for Czech Republic when they want to. Neymar has got time and space. Pele just tries to stick a leg in it. It's the defender in the way. Marquinhos was there. I mean, we're heading towards the draw, Richard. Port comes in from Slovakia.
What a chance that was, by the way, from that corner. 9 times out of 10, that goes in.
So much time with the header, isn't he? Here's Arno. No way through on that occasion. I've just tuned in. This is the V4 Future Sports Festival here in day 1 of 3 of our FIFA 22 2v2 tournament. €25,000 prize pot is on the line across the 3 days. This is Group A action today coming your way. Halfway through we are at the moment. This is for the chance to go top in Group A. Both these teams have 3 points already. Respective wins over Poland and Slovenia. Allow the team to pretty much put their ticket into day 3 with a win in this one.
99% guarantee it, wouldn't it? You'd have to be 3 teams all finishing on 6 points and then goal difference maybe.
Imagine if a team at 9 points though.
Definitely could happen. I mean, at the moment it's not going to happen because we're 15 minutes away from a draw, but it could happen if we find a late winner here.
That pause has been cued from about the 60th minute, I'd say, onwards.
The ball's just not going to know how to play, has it?
I doubt they're going to get that pause at this rate. It was an electric start to this second leg in terms of the first goal was in just 5 minutes. The equaliser came in the 37th, I believe. And ever since then, it's been pretty much all played in this sort of area of the field, in the middle. And there'll be a final chance. Slovakia hoping it'll be their final chance that could give them the upper hand and give them those 3 points on the board. What's more impressive though, yes, okay, you can say this is not the most entertaining FIFA, but just to be able to all be in sync, that you're not messing up this sort of routine in play is in itself is...
Oh, it's very impressive,
good.
Yeah. I mean, the possession here has been Slovakia's ball for probably 10 in-game minutes at this point, and not too sure if they're waiting for the last chance of the game, which they very well could be, or they're just waiting for a defensive mistake to come out, as the ball will go out of play in the 88th minute.
A minute plus additional time. I mean, I'm sure they'll still make the subs, but...
When was that queued? 63?
Yeah,
64?
around that. It's been a long 25 minutes or so that they've had to wait to get that pause queued. We'll wait to see what changes both of the teams have made at this moment in time. If we are all square after this, it will be a point to either team. It'll be 4 points to each of them in this Group A as well, and then it will still make things really interesting for the second half of play today in our remaining games.
As we've got a minute and a half left here in game number 3. Back underway. Alphonso Davies pinging it down the line. That one's over the top, and Pele could be in here. Just offside. Fellaini dinked into the middle of the pitch, comes to nothing. Fellaini up again, and that will take us into full time here. Slovakia 2, Czech Republic 2.
Well, we thought it was going to be a draw scenario, but it does seem like there is going to be potentially an encore to
I
this.
think the players are waiting as well on the pitch, on the stage.
I'll wait to see what happens. I think there could be a coin toss to wonder. Here is the coin right now.
There we go. And this will decide who kicks off in the extra time period. I don't think it's a coin toss to see who wins. We're not doing online cups like you used to do when you were an admin.
Oh, I sounded the bus. Right, the coin toss has been made, and it looks to be.
So we're going to restart from 90 minutes by the looks of it, and it will be Slovakia with the kickoff. I think it was for the kickoff.
Yeah, it is for the kickoff, yeah.
I believe we're going into golden goal.
Oh, I thought we were, but I think it's extra time.
Oh, shame. I'm looking forward to a bit golden goal. we'll get the information for you. I thought
we're going to get a winner.
Be a draw.
We're going to get a winner.
I like that we're going to get a winner. Sort of makes the group a little bit easier to decide as well now.
Yeah, and also it makes it interesting to see who's pretty much going to put themselves into Wednesday's finals.
Yes.
And win here, and
it'd have to be a real sort of change of guard. Poland would have to win both games, and then I think it's actually impossible. I think it's impossible.
Well, at least they'll be able to maybe actually use their subs now on a.
Well, you're going to start the game with full stamina.
Yeah, true.
So you get a full
Can't
team.
really complain. You probably won't need to make any subs, will you, at this point?
Fresh R9 from extra time onwards. I can hear some crowd noise. I think we're about to get back in the game. And it's going to be Slovakia kicking off from minute 1, which makes me think we're going into goal and goal. Ginola played out wide to Neymar. Alphonso Davies comes across. Hakimi. Leon Goretzka now. The German maestro moving into midfield. Leon Goretzka again. Alphonso Davies. Ginola, Goretzka. Steady possession here from Slovakia in golden goal.
Which makes things even more interesting, Richard Buckley. Golden goal. To decide the 3 points, to decide who gets the win. Well, Slovakia again kicking from left to right. Czech Republic in their Czech strip from right to left. That's what the kickoff was for, to see who would get the first chance of goal. I mean, this could go either way. We've seen it before.
He's in.
With golden goals that can last either really, really long.
We could be here for an hour.
Or they can be done pretty swiftly. This is the side who goes top of Group A. Just be separated over the two legs.
Just give Slovakia a corner. We'll score from that.
I mean, looking at their success rate on them, Richard, they're probably quite unlucky not to score in the last game. Leon Goretzka doing the exact same thing.
Does this make more sense now why they were keeping possession potentially? Just, they didn't want to lose the game, but I feel like golden goal is quite a precarious situation
risky,
to be in,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you either go too offensive or you go too defensive. I hate to sort of get your opponent on the counter attack.
It's not something we've seen a lot, to be honest, golden goal. Typically it's extra time and then penalties, but golden goal is the method of victory right now.
Let's see if the teams approach this one. Following this game will be Slovenia against Poland. They'll be back in action in our fourth game of 6 today. Golden goal. Really up the stakes and the pressure in this one. Who has got And have to be able to just try and snatch a winner here. So Arnott, little dink ball into Ginola, just can't get that one down on the chest of the French foot hero. Could be nearly a chance. Was going to come off the leg there of Ginola. Pele, nice scoop turn away from that one. Now Czech Republic can come in numbers. They have got Vinicius Jr., Pele, and Mbappe. All a little triangle there that can offer a passing route, maybe away into the box. Does well Vinicius on his solo effort down the byline where he can be dangerous. Cuts back inside. Pele, reverse elastic. Oh, what a save. Van der Sar.
Still alive? No. What a save. Great reverse elastico. Pele, edge of the box. Worked his way in, and really should be a goal. I didn't know if we were going to shoot across the goalkeeper. He shot near post, and Van der Sar equal to it. Big chance. First chance falls to Czech Republic.
And to be honest, it's probably the only chance that I've seen of Czech Republic that wasn't timed green.
Golden goal nerves.
I wonder if that would have mattered or not with Edwin van der Sar in the goal. He's been pulling off some incredible saves already today. Slovakia. Oh no, wants to go on his own. Can't get past 3-4 players, which you can understand is one hell of a job. No matter if you're on 9 or into Pele. Pele around the corner. Chance! Another save! And another shot. That one wasn't time grip. Corner. Played short. Mbappe. Cheeky ball. It's in the air. Well played by Alphonso Davies.
Keeper's on the floor.
He's trying to recycle it though. Reversal has to go Mbappe. Scoop turns back inside. Penalty. And that looked a little bit soft. But what a chance this could be. Fernandez into the book, and up steps Czech Republic with the best chance they'll have all game long. Win this, go top of Group A, and send yourself into Wednesday's final. Up steps Pele, save! Van der Sar is an absolute blinder.
Wow. I mean, firstly, the penalty looked extremely soft. Good save from Van der Sar, gets the right way. Before that, the keeper was on the floor.
Watch out, watch out. Wow, Van der Sar has just had the man of the match performance in the last 10 in-game minutes.
Keeping Slovakia alive here.
And if they go and score on the counter-attack from this would be written in the stars for Slovakia. After just sort of being hammered with chance after chance from Czech Republic, they would have got a better chance from the spot as well. But they hang in there. Ginola. Oh, no. Oh, that's beautiful. One more around the corner. Cheeky chip. David Ginola! There we have it. Slovakia with a golden goal winner. Who would have looked at that? Who would have said that after those last 10 in-game minutes there? A penalty that was saved. And Slovakia go down the other end, get on David Ginola's head and say, you know what? Get us to the top of Group A.
From a penalty miss to a Ginola goal, that is the small margins of FIFA esports. It really is. They had unbelievable chances, did the Czech Republic. Couldn't force the ball into the back of the net. Great link-up play inside the box as well. Little flick from R9. He nudged it onto Mbappe, got down the byline. When he crossed it in from that sort of range, I thought it's a little bit precarious. The keeper didn't come for it. Ginola touched it down, volley past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Slovakia, 2 wins from 2.
One of those saved that penalty. Which one of those two players had that big penalty save? And what a call it was to make as well. Brilliant penalty save. Golden goal concluded and used for the first time here at the V4 Future Sports Festival. I didn't think we'd have to go to it, to be honest, in many moments. But a lot of the games have been tight today. You know, there has only been one game where there was a 2-goal advantage. That was our first game of the day. Other than that, it's been golden goal and just 1 goal between the two teams. But Slovakia, we said they looked dangerous. We said that these two were probably the front runners in this group. Now they're on 6 points, and you'd like to say they're pretty much on their way into Wednesday's finals. Does still put up for grabs though on the other side though. They're not quite there, Czech Republic.
Well, it leaves the Czech Republic in a bit of a precarious position right now. They're on 3 points. They play their final game in the last game of the day. Match number 6 against Slovenia, that is. But then when you look at Poland's next 2 games, they play against Slovenia and then they play against potentially already gone through Slovakia. So if Poland win their back-to-back games, they could go to 6 points and potentially go through. It's up in the air.
It's all up in the air, sorry, here at the V4 Future Sports Festival. We need a drink, we need a quick break because we have got plenty more action to come on the way. We've still got 3 more games coming your way here in day 1, live in Budapest in Hungary. We'll see you in a few minutes for that next game, which will be Slovenia against Poland. Don't go anywhere. Still trying to recycle it though. Reversal has to go in Papa.